Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to it if you've never been here. Today I'm going to be doing another Q&amy. It's been a really long time since I've done one. I don't think I've done one in this new apartment, which means it's been like a year and a half. So I posted a photo on Instagram a while ago. It took me a while to film this. I apologize, but I'm gonna get it up as quickly as possible. But I asked you guys for questions over there. I also asked on Twitter and Snapchat. But yeah, just with my engagement and upcoming wedding and, you know, all that's to come, I thought it'd be a good time to do a Q&amy, and you guys have been asking a lot of questions anyway, so I thought it'd just be good to lump them all together into this. So let's get started. I'm gonna go to the Instagram post first to do that, and then we'll go other places, obviously. Should have been more prepared. Now before we start, there were 3 very common questions, so I'm going to answer those right now. Number 1 is ring details. The ring is a round solitaire diamond, 6-prong, and the band is rose gold, and I love it. It's exactly what I wanted. I was very vocal about what I wanted. I feel like, you know, if you know you're gonna take the next step with the person you're with, and you know, we've known that for a while, so he knew exactly what I wanted. Had plenty of pictures, and we really got it to exactly what I want, and I love it, and I couldn't love it anymore. And yeah, so I was getting a lot of questions about whether it was gold or rose gold. So it is rose gold. I love rose gold, but I think also for my skin tone, rose gold just works best, and I regret nothing. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Second frequently asked question was, how did me and Bradley meet? Which I realized if you haven't been with me the last 4 years, then you wouldn't know that. And you probably don't know this about me either if you're newer, but I used to do musical theater. I say used to do, which is weird. It's been a really long time since I've done any shows, which is really sad. I just kind of fell out of the like hustle of auditioning. I hate it, to be honest. I really hate it. I hate auditioning. But actually the last show I did was Hairspray, and that's where I met Bradley. So we met doing a show. We were actually both up for like bigger parts. He was up for Link, I was up for Penny. We both didn't end up getting the parts we wanted, and we were put into the ensemble, which is fine. There are a few shows that I would love, like I want to be in the ensemble, and Hairspray is one of them, and I really wanted to be the pregnant whore Brenda, and I was so excited. But so we were the nicest kids in town, and that's where we met and fell in love, and the rest is history. It's a showmance that lasts beyond the show. It happens, people. And the third most asked question was, will it be a Disney wedding? Which I don't want to say like never, I don't want to say absolutely not, but that's like, as far as like a Disneyland wedding, that's both not what we want, which I think is surprising. I don't know why I don't want it, I just don't. We were at the Disneyland Hotel the other day and saw their like gazebo and their rose garden as to like where weddings would be held, and it was beautiful. I don't know. I love Disney, but I don't need Mickey to come out, and I don't need to ride away in Cinderella's carriage. And I know it's probably really expensive, and I just want to dance the night away. I don't need all the fluff, you know? But I mean, never say never. I would love to get married at the Grand Californian Hotel. Would love to do that. But I don't think we'll be having a Disney wedding, so yeah. Okay, now getting into more like detailed questions. Oh, this is a nice question. Kayla asks, what made you want to start doing Cameo Jewelry? If you don't know, I have an Etsy that I've had actually for like, ooh, like almost 10 years. I started it in 2008, so it's gonna be 10 years really soon, which is really weird. But I just fell in love with Cameo Jewelry, and if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like the silhouette clay cutouts, but they have them in all different styles, and they have flowers and people and skulls and animals, and I just fell in love with cameos, and then I started making cameo jewelry for myself. Then I discovered Etsy, and I was like, hey, I can make and sell cameo jewelry. So I did, and it kind of picked up, and it's just kind of been pretty steady the last 10 years, which I'm really thankful for. I love Etsy. I love the business side of things. Like, I love making YouTube videos, but I also love that it's like a business, and I have a businessy side, and I like have emails, and I work with companies, and same with Etsy. Like, I love like ordering new cameos and doing inventory and making sure my prices all match up, and like I just love the business side of things. So that's really fun, and also a way I make money, which is great. I've sold in some stores before. I kind of want to get more in my game of selling in like boutiques, and I want to also get in my game of like selling at street fairs and craft festivals and things like that, because I think it would do well. It's pretty like really reasonably priced, and I have some really cool stuff. I'll link it down below if you didn't know this about me. It's called Kitschy Cameos on Etsy, and I really like it, and it's been almost 10 years, which is crazy. Anastasia asks, what always brings a smile to your face? Ooh. First thing that came to my mind was Bob's Burgers. There are a few things that I love more than Bob's Burgers, which is a cartoon if you've never seen it. They used to be on Netflix. They took them off and put them all on Hulu, which I don't have a GD Hulu, which is upsetting. It just literally always makes me happy. So I'm gonna say Bob's Burgers. Other people are asking if we're gonna have a Disney themed wedding, like an Alice in Wonderland wedding. no, there might be hints of Disney throughout it, but I don't really think we're gonna have like a theme. I think we're just gonna have like a normal wedding, you know? But Alice in Wonderland bridal shower is definitely in the plans. How have I already been filming for 11 minutes? Good God. Julia asks, what nail polish are you saving for the big day? That's a big question that's gonna have its own video, I think. I really truly don't know. Like, I've argued with myself this my entire life. Once I got into nail polish, obviously, like, what color am I gonna wear on my wedding day? And I just don't know. I really go back and forth. I see myself wearing a dark shade just because like I'm happiest in dark nail polish, but if I don't do that, I might go classic red. I also might go like classic light pink. I don't really see myself doing nude. A lot of times with nude on me, it just kind of like blends into my hands and it's like it's all one color, so I definitely want a pop of color. I just really don't know, you know? I'm looking at all my polishes. Lots to choose from, so that's good, but I just don't know. My cheeky little life asks, what is your favorite Friends episode and why? I love this question and I have a couple answers. Okay, season 2 is like when I'm feeling anxious or sad or just like I need to just zone out into something. Season 2 lifts my spirits like nothing else. That being said, I love the one where no one's ready. I don't know why, but I love that episode. What is this hair? I also love, probably like my top favorite if I had to pick, would be the one where Ross is fine, which is season 8, I think. It's the one where he gets drunk because Joey and Rachel are dating and he comes over for fajitas and he's really drunk and it's amazing. Season 8 Ross is like my favorite. But also I love all of the Thanksgiving episode of Friends. I love that like they chose that to be their thing. Like people have Christmas episodes and they had Christmas episodes, but like the good ones were Thanksgiving and I love all of them. And Thanksgiving's coming up and I cannot wait to binge watch all of them. They just make me happy. So that is my answer. I had a couple questions asking how I ended up in LA. I was actually born here. I was born in Valencia. I grew up in Canyon Country, so Santa Clarita Valley overall. I moved more towards like actual LA when I was going to school. I went to AMDA in Hollywood for musical theater and I've just been out this way ever since. But yeah, I've always lived in LA. I love LA. I don't think I could ever leave it because I need in and out and I need Disneyland, so. Someone asked, what's my favorite reality TV show? Definitely The Girls Next Door, which was a show about Holly, Kendra, and Bridget, which were Hugh Hefner's 3 girlfriends. I know, it's really weird. At the Playboy Mansion, and I just liked that reality show as a whole, but I really liked Holly Madison, which she's written a couple audiobooks and I've listened to those, which kind of ruined the show for me. But I just really love Holly Madison, and even though she kind of released like a bunch of behind the scenes bad things about that show, I still really enjoy watching it. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, I don't know. The way the show is edited, it's so fun and it's interesting, and you know, Playboy is a huge company, so it's interesting to like get a look inside the Playboy Mansion and how things are done, so I really liked that. But that's over, so my other answer is obviously the Kardashians. I love the Kardashians. I have no shame. I think they're hilarious. I love watching to see what they're wearing and their hair and their makeup. I love watching their kids grow up. I love the Kardashians. I have zero shame in that. And I hate when people talk bad about them just because they're jealous because they're rich and famous. Rachel Hansen asks a few questions. How did you meet Kevin McHale? I actually met him through kind of my cousin, Justin Thorne. They were both in a boy band, and Justin and I were kind of like attached at the hip growing up, and then I met Kevin, and then me and Kevin were attached at the hip, so that's how I met him. What's your favorite musical? Phantom of the Opera is definitely my favorite musical. I think it is beautiful. I love the music, and it's just the one that I've grown up loving. I also love Sideshow, which is kind of like an underrated one. How about my favorite musical to sing? Definitely Sideshow. I really want to play Violet in my life at some point. What's your favorite video you've ever made? I like that question. I'm still really feeling my pamper routine that I just made. Like, I had such a relaxed time filming it, obviously, because I was like pampering myself. And then I really enjoyed the way the footage turned out, and I edited it, and it was a recent video. I'll link it up in the corner. But I also really like my Disneyland Halloween time that I did last year. It's kind of just like an overview of Halloween time at Disneyland, which of course now they've changed it a little bit, but oh well. But that was the most time I've ever spent on a video. I spent 2 days filming it and 3 days editing it, and I really liked the way it came out. So I will link that up in the corner as well. I liked that question. That made me think a little bit. Hannah asks, favorite Halloween movie, treat, and TV show. My favorite Halloween movie is probably, okay, well, there's a lot. Nightmare Before Christmas, I consider Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie because most of the music is creepy Halloween music, number one. Number two, I like to watch it in October because like Christmas is still coming, so it gives you the excitement of that as well. You can't watch it in December because Halloween's gone and I'm just depressed that my birthday and Halloween is over. You know, so I consider Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie. So that's one of my favorites. Hocus Pocus, obviously. But my favorite thing to watch during Halloween is Disney's version of Sleepy Hollow. So it's technically The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, but it's a two-parter, and the second part is Disney's cartoon version of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman tale. It's amazing. My dad always said it's the best thing Disney's ever done. I don't know if that still holds up. It's a really well done version of the story, and it's just my favorite thing. I watch it every year on my birthday, and I can't wait to watch it. It's the best. Favorite Halloween treat? I don't know. Probably just like candy or those like Pillsbury cookies with the pumpkins on them. I just use Halloween as an excuse to eat some chocolate. Somebody asked what percentage of the registry is going to be Pioneer Women products. I would if I hadn't bought most of them for myself already, but we'll see. Maybe she'll come out with some new stuff, but there's no way I'll be able to resist it because it goes so fast, you know? Somebody asked if you got to pick your dream musical or play, but I'm not gonna be in a play, let's be real, to star in with Bradley, what would it be? That is an amazing question. I keep doing this when I need to think. Oh my god, I love this question. I think we'd be really good Brad and Janet's for Rocky Horror, but like I don't need to do that. I'm really bitter about the Rocky Horror Picture Show because I auditioned for it at school and I got called back for Janet and Columbia, and then I didn't get in the show at all. So I'm really bitter about it, and it still stings. Would be really good Danny and Sandy, I think. Oh my god, I love this question, but I wish I had a better answer. If I can think of something else, I'll tell you. If you could choose any makeup artist slash popular beauty YouTuber to do your wedding makeup, who would you choose? Love that. Obviously, Jaclyn Hill. Done and done. She said anyway that when she was doing freelance makeup, most of it was bridal, so she'd be good at it and I would trust her and I would just like to hang out with her before my wedding. So great. Somebody asked what song, if we have any idea what song we'll dance to for our first dance. Yes, we already know, we've known for a while. I'm not gonna share it yet. Maybe I'll share it later, but I'm gonna keep that personal for now. But yes, we do know. Somebody asked, what do you like better, makeup or OPI? Oh god. Makeup doesn't give me like the heart attacks nail polish does, but I also love wearing makeup because that's an awful hard question. Okay, now we're gonna go to Snapchat and look at some people asking questions. Hopefully they're not any like dick pics.
Hey, Amy. Okay, so for my question, sorry, it's very loud, but I want to ask you what your favorite ride at Disneyland and what your favorite treat is at Disneyland. I love you so much, and you have like the best YouTube channel ever.
Aww. Love you too. My favorite ride and favorite treat. Very fun question. Right now, my favorite treat, okay, so they had the Golden Churro, which was like a Pirates of the Caribbean 60th anniversary or 50th, I don't remember, situation, which it was basically a normal churro, but it was like lemon flavored, but it wasn't really lemon. It tasted like Fruit Loops and it was incredible, but they took that away. But then one of my friends told me that they have a Fruity Pebbles churro at the California churro stand that's like right outside the tram. So like before you go into the parks, it's right there. And I got that this past week when we went, and it was incredible. So I like that. I also like the Bat Mickey cookies during Halloween. Oh, I also love the soft serve in Cars Land. It's like the best soft serve I've ever had in my whole life. I like the Dole Whip, but I'd rather have just normal soft serve. And my favorite ride is definitely probably the Haunted Mansion.
Hi Amy, I am getting in the Halloween spirit today, and I was just wondering if you know what characters you're going to paint your pumpkins this year.
I don't, actually. If you don't know, I paint like usually Disney character pumpkins each year. Bradley already knows what he's gonna paint, but I am still on the fence, so I'm not sure.
Do you have any ideas for your wedding, and how are you planning on staying sane with wedding planning and the days prior? I didn't stay sane.
That's a good question. We have a ton of wedding ideas, which I'll share more like as we set a date and get into like actually planning things. How I plan on staying sane, I don't know. I'm a pretty like, I get excited and then I overwhelm myself and then I need to lay down. So I'm like nervous about this year to come and like all the exciting things. Like we're gonna have an engagement party and then my shower and then of course the wedding, bachelorette party. Like I don't know how my excitement is going to be contained. I appreciate your honesty saying you weren't able to stay sane, so we'll see how I do. But I don't know. So if you have any tips on how to stay sane during wedding planning and the excitement, let me know because Oof. But okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for answering or asking your questions. I just realized I didn't even get to Twitter, but that's fine. We'll do another one. I feel like Twitter always falls to the wayside, but whatever, you know? Which if you're not following me on Twitter, you should, because I really enjoy Twitter. And I feel like I'm my funniest at Twitter, on Twitter. So go follow me. I'll have my links up there. But I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can also leave me some questions down below and I will respond. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There will be plenty of wedding planning videos as we get into it. We have to set a date and all that stuff first. So we are having an engagement party soon, so I will share the planning of that and all that stuff. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll have some videos you can click and watch. Love you guys. I've said that 1,000 times. I will see you later and have a good day. Bye!